time, of course, besides Chernobyl.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fukushima, they had an inclination that was going to happen, but they left the reactor running when it got hit with a fucking wave. There's nothing anybody can do about that. That's like fucking jumping out of your car and going, why did it crash? And then the shit at Chernobyl, that happened because those guys put it in that position. And the rods that they ran in there were not the typical rods. They ran other rods that were plated rods, and they couldn't get the rods in. When they went past what the point of critical was, they rolled it past and told the operators could continually run it out of realm, go down, because it created a gaseous material below the rods, and the rods would not go down. They created that 1,000%.
Oh, 10-4 on that, but Fukushima, they built four reactors actually on a fault line where they have earthquakes in the past, of large earthquakes and tsunami, and they built them right there. And what actually made them melt down is the diesel pumps got flooded, and they quit the cooling, and all the reactors, they couldn't get any coolant. And they actually started bringing in batteries to keep the pumps going because the generators were down, and they kept them going for a while. But once the batteries died, all the reactors melted, and then there was nothing they could do.
Yeah, but that's not a failure on the reactor's part. It's a failure on the builder's parts. Now you go all the way back to the first reactors built, and you start asking yourself, why were we changing what the protocols were throughout the build of the thing to create these problems? I'm telling you, go watch some of the videos that Galen Windsor makes. He's the godfather of those things. He designed all of them. He's the one who set up Hanford and all that shit, and then it'll make a little more sense. It's called the nuclear scare for a reason. And we were all sold a bill of goods of one thing, and they swapped it out from underneath us and then told us it was so dangerous we got to get rid of it. But who paid for it? We paid for it.
10-4, no, I know all about it. I've been studying it for 30 years. I'm really into it. But, it's, they can fail. I mean, yeah, on paper, if you operate them properly and there's no accidents, but, Mother Nature will do what it'll do, and it can happen again if there's another tsunami somewhere else on the coast that can be hit, or someone crashes a plane into them, So they're safe if they're operated properly. I totally agree with you there, but, there's natural disasters that happen all over the world all the time.
Well, yeah, but you can say that about anything. You can put a dam up there and say, oh my God, there was an earthquake, and they put the dam on a fault line, and then the fucking dam fell over and killed everybody in this town, and then you go, was it the dam's fault, or was it the fucking dorks that put it in the stupid fucking spot, or the dorks who were fucking, let's drill some holes in it and see what'll happen, and then the fucking thing fell down. Look at the what is it, the demon fucking core. Look at the demon core. That will show you exactly what those meetings do all the time. It happened twice. Not just once, but fucking twice.
Yeah, I agree with you. Again, but, when a bridge breaks down or falls down, it's not going to contaminate the world for 20,000 years with radionuclide that gets into your body and causes cancer.
Well, a lot of the things aren't really led to be what they are. They've already shown multiple times over that the body can process a lot. So yes, I understand. You go down there and you grab the fucking elephant foot, you're gonna fucking die. It's a little bit different fucking story. But never got that place in the first place. But those same people were the people that created that by putting it into that situation purposely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so I totally agree with you.
Yeah, for purpose. Well, my thing is how many failures have we had in the nuclear submarine? All of a sudden, now we ain't got a fucking problem. What a nuclear submarine? Shoots right along, zero fucking problem. Bring it down.
Well, they have had accidents, and most of them you don't hear about, but some of them have been public. The Russians had a real problem with one that melted down on a sub, killed almost everybody on the sub. I don't know if you're familiar with that. I think that was in the 50s or the 60s.
Yeah, that was a poor build on a reactor. That's where they rigged every fucking thing together, and they lost cooling while they were under power. Yeah, I know about that one too, but this goes back to the same thing. The thing didn't just go critical for no fucking reason because it's that unstable. It's pretty stable, really. It is, and until you start pulling it out.
Well, that's the whole problem with nuclear power plants is the cooling is critical. You disrupt that and you have a problem. And what about Santa Susana? And right here where I live in California, probably about 60 miles away from me.
Well, no, I understand that, but then, okay, how about the Alicio fucking gas leak? You guys, that fucking sat there and ran for, what, 3 months? I mean, you know, those are fucking people problems. That's not a unit's problem.
Okay, how about San Onofre? Another one, 30 miles away from me. The design of the, that was just bad. You know, they wanted to save money. And I won't tell you what they've done with the nuclear waste that was generated at that plant. Do you know what they've done with that waste?
Oh, I'm sure they probably put in your guys' fucking food. I don't know. I mean, you were talking about a state that had the same fucking problem with their, with the fucking, what's that, Salton fucking Sea? Jesus Christ.
Well, Southern California Edison, in their great wisdom, has created a new form of storage that's never been tested, and they have all these steel casks that are right on, literally 100 feet from the ocean, and they're air-cooled, and all kinds of things can go wrong with it. That's all the spent rods, which they are so radioactive, more than 100, you know, a few cores or more than 100 nuclear bombs going off, and if we ever get a tsunami, which we had a tsunami warning the other day, and if it ever hits that, California's going to be irradiated.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel you on that. But then the thing is it all started in the beginning with what uranium they were using. Why did they choose the type of uranium isotopes that they used for any of these plants?
Because they were cheap, and it was the cheapest way to create it.
Nope, not even close. They fucking chose the one because the one could be weaponized. And the whole point of the nuclear scare scam was to convince everybody that we needed to go with a new type of power, which was nuclear. We chose the isotope that we wanted. And then they went and stored this shit until they stored way too much of it and said, wow, we made it faster than we thought we would. Hey, fuck it, shut these things all down. We got fucking SATs up, and two SATs up never even fired them. They just kept them running because the government had sloshed the money over to it. Keep building them, keep building them. Stop, okay. Yeah, all the money's fucking wasted, and we got an entire fucking everything that have never even been ran.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. The whole reason any country seeks building nuclear power plants is because they want to start building bombs. That's why we did it, and I know all about that. Trust me.
Well, like I said, if they would have used the other one, they would have added less of everything. What you should look at you see all the mini little plants they're putting up now?
Yeah, in the sweet spot. Sorry, Jerome, don't mind me. This is my own business.
And then the nuclear power plants, the byproduct is plutonium, which is another reason for nuclear power, to generate plutonium that they can use in smaller bombs.
Yeah, well, they're sitting here now. They're building all these little mini fusion plants, and then what they're doing is they're swapping over everything out of the PUDs is what they're trying to do. It's just all a money laundering scheme to create more bullshit. You look it up. They're building all kinds of little tiny fusion ones around here. The problem is they use 1 megawatt to create 51 megawatts. They're fucking using way too much power to create power.
Oh, yeah. I've heard all about those modular nuclear reactors. They're building them, and Trump's all for it. They're going to start building those things. They had planned to start doing that about 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, they're doing them right up here on the Columbia River now, so they can get fire from the Columbia, even though most of the naysayers, they're like, oh, this is new technology, but they haven't had a functioning reactor, one that actually made shit for power. The only time that they've only done it once, fusion reactor work once, but they're going to do it on here now, so we got money.
Oh, a fusion reactor. Oh, really? Oh, okay. No, I didn't hear about that. So they're going to build a fusion reactor that's not even been proven to work yet?
Nope. Helion's building in Wenatchee right now, and they're putting it right next to Microsoft went in and basically started taking all the property over there by the what the hell is it called? The Alcoa plant that they closed down. They closed down the Alcoa plant that used to do all the smelting of aluminum a long time ago, and they forced them to leave everything there and run maintenance crews the last 15 fucking years. And now they're going in trying to kite their fucking location and all the property they had for the to build their plant and to bring all the power in, because they brought power in from 3 different dams to that place so that when they were smelting shit, putting the aluminum down, that they would never run out of power and have the aluminum explode, and they were right next to the river to use the water for the cooling.
10-4. Yeah, it's amazing how they make aluminum. Yeah, they need a lot of power for that. But so let me get this straight. So they're building a fusion reactor. So it's going to obviously be experimental, right?
Yep. Experimental. It's going to be the first of its kind. The Helion says that they've got it all figured out, and then it just so happens that Microsoft putting their shit right down there in Malaga, where nobody wanted property at the south end of Wenatchee, and all of a sudden Helion just steps right in and, hey, we're going to build this right here to power your guys' bullshit. But the interesting point is that I just told you they ran 3 different ways to get power into Alcoa, but what's in front of there isn't a substation, it's a fucking switcher. And what they want to do is they're hoping that it works out so they can shove power backwards through the fucking dams so they can tear down the fucking dams.
10-4. Well, hopefully that fusion reactor will actually work. We'll see. It's supposed to. That would be one of the greatest scientific breakthroughs ever if they could make fusion power work. But we'll see. I think it's just a big money grab. They've been trying it for decades and decades.
It's a huge money grab. They say all these people around here like, oh, well, we're not paying for it. That company's a private company. But yeah, they're getting subsidies. This has been going on. This whole build plan's been going on for 10 years or so. And, what they're going to do is they're going to come in and fucking take all the orchards, and they're going to build these fucking buildings, and then everybody else is going to have to deal with all their bullshit that's just sitting there. We could have fucking just and ran it at a quarter power, and it made power, but no, we got to use something else. Nuclear places that never fired up at all, never had any radioactive material, but we treat everything like it's radioactive material. You really should go through the manual of those reactors, because from the beginning to the end, you'll see the huge difference in why half of it's bullshit.
I think we bored everybody, even the ionosphere. He's gone.
I'm actually recording all this. If it's okay with Mr. Nobody and Beer Can, if I post this on YouTube.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody, you still out there? It kind of went away for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's on Buzzbox. You can find Buzzbox on YouTube. It'll be on there.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I think I'm on there.
Well, nuclear power is the most costly form of energy we've ever created. It's a big money grab scam, you're right. It's all about subsidies through the government.
Well, yeah, that's the sad thing is like I said, there was ways to make it super safe for everyone, but we chose, on one hand, we chose that we needed to enrich everything by, using stuff that we can weaponize, and then on the other hand, we created a bunch of fucking rules to make it harder to look like it was being ran, so it just costs more, to create more cost overruns, and then, fuck it, shut it down,
I think he's gone.
Who's gone?
Well, I can't hear Mr. Nobody anymore, can you?
Yeah, I can hear him.
It looks like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in a spot where he's like really faded out.
Hey, it was good talking to you guys. Ain't no pain, no strain, and I hope you guys are staying safe down there. No doubt about it.
Break up, break up.
Hey, absolutely, Mr. Nobody. Absolutely, positively, no doubt about it. I enjoyed listening to your guys' conversation, and yeah, I'm gonna post it up onto YouTube.
Hey, 410 Roger. Hey, Buzzbox, that's a 410 Roger. I heard it all because you said it all, even though that must...
Hey, tell him I said 73s. I can't hear him anymore.
Roger that, Mr. Nobody. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Beer Can is waving a hand at you. Apparently he cannot hear you, but I got conditions. I'm waving a hand for you.
Hey, 410 Roger. I'm really hearing you down at the bottom, man. I'm switching all those filters and got my ear to the ground, but we definitely hearing you in the Buzzbox. Anyway, brother, tell my homeboy I hope he's swell.
10-4, 10-4. I appreciate that, Mr. Nobody. Hey, Mr. Nobody says, hope everything is well and swell there, Beer Can.
10-4, Mr. Nobody. 73s. Nice QSO. We'll talk to you later.
410 Roger, man. Good, Mom.
Oh, now you're coming in better.
That's Buzzbox.
I end up down in the front yard every night around 1 o'clock.
Do you have a copy on him, 030?
Oh, Buzzbox, I'm gonna go. Hey, send me the link to that YouTube channel too when you do it. Well, after you post it, I'm gonna go spend some time with the wife.
10-4, 10-4.
What's up, Buzzbox?
Hey, what's going on over there? Who's that again? Something Brea something? Buena Park Tom.